Recording now and welcome. Today is April the 14th, 2021. And my name is Javier and I'm writing on the chat now. And it says, dear again, attendees from the multilingual program, we appreciate and we are honored again to have the presence this afternoon of Professor Yasmira Barboza. She is in Bajo Cauca, right?
Yeah, in Caucasia, Antioquia. Here we had the sectional of the Universidad de Antioquia. We are pleased to have the opportunity to interact with you today. It's gonna be a second amazing conversation today. And now I want that you know that Antioquia University is in this part of Colombia, and we really appreciate that people want to improve English. In this room, maybe we have the presence of some students that are studying in Bajo Cauca sectional. So,
Okay, that's good. And we are pretty sure from the program that you are going to learn lots of things from here. And please, at the end of the event, access the following link and express your comments, suggestions, opinions for us to continue holding events like this. So you have the click there and the link. Please, in the middle or in the end of the event, evaluate Jasmira's presentation and follow up with you. And this will be awesome for the program and also for here. We have international people. We have Monica Lucho. Hello, Monica, you are in France.
Hello. No, it's only the photo.
But hello,
But
nobody needs to know that. Nobody needs to know. No, but actually you are in Chile, right?
no, I'm Peru. I'm
Peru,
Peruvian.
Peru. Okay.
Yes, yes,
Whatever. For us, you are international.
yes,
You are
yes,
international.
yes.
Okay.
That's
And
true.
and for you, you are attending an international English event.
Yes,
Yes. Very
yes.
good. So,
It's right.
guys, thanking you again for being here. Right. I'm gonna, 1 second. Thank you for telling me this. 1 second, I send you the access here of this meeting. And would you please copy and paste wherever you need it, WhatsApp, email, or so. Thank you, Maria Fernanda. This is the link. Thank you, Maria Fernanda. The link of this meeting so everybody can come. Everybody wants to be here and everybody wants to be famous, right? So if you are here, this is what makes you better. This is what makes you grow in English. We are very pleased to have you again. For those newcomers, this is the activity. This is the VIP activity. For those that, yeah, very famous, absolutely. Thank you, Juan Camilo. Oh my God, I like your background. I like it a lot. Juan Camilo, we need to be positive. We need to be crazy. We need to be happy. There's only one life. And if there are two, okay, we enjoy double, right? Well, now you are on the best hands. Yasmira Barboza is going to be in this room with you. All comments, all suggestions in the end of the activity. She knows what the link is, but I'm reminding this of you just in case. It's only in the end of the activity for her to actually, well, to have an opinion from you and for us to improve and continue holding events like this. Have the greatest afternoon. Have the best learning. Thank you again, Professor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
okay, well, it's a pleasure to get connected with you today. As the teacher told you before, my name is Yasmira, and you can call me Jazz. Now, I think the topic we're talking about today is going to be a good point, which allows us to have an interesting conversation. I know this is a room for practicing, learning, and improving our English. So here we had a student of basic, medium, or advanced level. So be relaxed, don't be stressed. We're going to have an amazing conversation. As you notice in the title of this conversation, is keeping form. Well, I wanted you write in the chat tab a greeting, write what do you do, where are you getting your connection, or where are you from, or you want to get a message for the rest of the audience, it's okay. Okay, and so be relaxed. So I want to to share with you this presentation, and you're gonna start to think about our topic and what your okay, sorry. Okay, let's continue. Well, so give me a minute. Okay. Okay. Well, you know that we as a human always want to know about everything that is rounded around us, about family, and we have different interests. Well, today is a space to talk about what strategies, what tool, what resources do you use to be in, to keep information, to know what happened around you, what about the situation, maybe if you're interested in sport, or maybe there are many interests people have. So let's think about what did you do? And you identify in this PowerPoint presentation, there are some representation of the different communication form that in this modern line people use, or as common we talked, some people using signs, or talking face to face. And there are another communication channel like in news, CNN. So look at this presentation, and let's start to think about the different channels. It's okay?
Okay.
It's okay, I get it.
Okay, let's continue. So think about your opinions about these communication channels. Maybe if you live in another country, you have other options, and you can talk about that, because if you live in other countries, could be you can get into the mega using internet, but it is not a common radio station. So you can tell us about the radio station that you listen to in your countries. What about this? These are some newspaper that people read in Colombia. I don't know about you and the place where you live. What's a newspaper you read, or you usually read, or maybe if you don't know about newspaper and you don't read it, you had to talk about that. And these are some of the famous magazine. Well, let's continue. Okay, so now, what do you want to say about the presentation? When you look at the first presentation, the first PowerPoint presentation, what was in your mind?
Okay, teacher. Hi, everybody. My
Hi.
name is Arledi Moreno. I used to listen to the news, and when in the morning I used to say, "Hey Google, I want to listen the last news," and in my, so I don't know, mobile phone, I used to listen CNN and other broadcasting, I don't know how to say that, broadcasting news. And that's what I thought when I saw your presentation.
So do you like to listen radio?
Yes, teacher. Just to practice my English, I used to listen it in English.
Okay. Okay.
Hi, teacher.
Hi. Hi, who's Andrea?
Yes,
Hi,
Andrea.
Andrea.
Well, I live in Medellin, and about the first presentation, I see the word now. Yes, because this application and uh, everything, the pictures there is the word now, the education, the work for us in this moment because pandemic keep work in these things.
Remember your mic.
Yeah.
Yasmira.
Yeah, okay. Well, as you say, well, actually, people need this communication channel to be to keep informed about the pandemic. What do you say, Santiago?
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. First of all, I want to thank all the people that is here right now because it's very nice place to practice the language and to improve the speaking skills. My first impression of the first slide of this presentation is like the information and especially newspaper has changed along the years. I mean, it's really interesting why social media, for example, Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, are the new platforms to get access to those information, especially for people who are trying to find more quickly and efficient and with more efficiency the information from for example from a newspaper or an account. In my opinion, for example, in my case, I used to watch videos on YouTube, especially for Deutsche Welle because I'm learning German in multilingua, and I think it's a nice strategy to improve the language and also to get a confident information because European newspapers or tabloids and also European channels on YouTube can do different things if we compare the job between, for example, El Colombiano or other newspapers here in Colombia. And for me, European newspapers are better than Colombian newspapers or Latin American newspapers. So I really like to watch videos and read newspapers from other countries, trying to compare and to contrast the information. And it's my case. And also, I used to read the news on Instagram or on Twitter because Twitter is a quickly platform to get access to that information.
Okay. Well, you said you compared European newspaper with Latin American newspaper. Is it a different for to inform people about news or what is happening? Well, there are many reasons.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Then the
Yes,
journalist.
For
Okay.
me, European news are deeper. For example, they spend more time researching in one only news instead of give a lot of information for the people who are trying to get in, to get or to be informed using the newspaper. I mean, for example, if you watch RCN or Caracol, whatever, you can get access or get information about many topics at the same time. But if you compare Deutsche Welle, they prefer to research deeper in only one news because they can bring like a more useful and deeper. Yes, that is the correct adjective. For that year, and for me, it's better when you get when you know more of one topic that if you compare this with no many topics and no deeper topics from of many news. And I hate, for example, when Caracol only spend 1 or 2 minutes in only one news instead of research more and try to give a more effective and more formal, because sometimes it's like amarillista, I don't know how to say this in English, um, broadcast instead, for example, Deutsche Welle or BBC.
Okay, what do you say, Monica? Monica is Monica. Monica, hi, Monica. Hi.
Hi, teacher. Sorry, I was in other. I was far, a little bit far, but I'm here again.
Are you in Paris?
Yes, no, but I wasn't here for some minutes. I had to leave some minutes here. So, but can you ask me again? Maybe you have asked me something I didn't hear. I didn't hear.
Well, I noticed you have your hand here.
Okay.
So would you like to say something about the presentation?
Yes, first of all, I want to say hello to everyone. That I'm Monica, I'm from Peru. I live in Lima, and I'm very glad to be here to be able to share this space with you. In regard to the subject of today, today's subject, I think that in my country, for example, we have some newspapers, popular newspapers. For example, El Comercio, it's a very popular newspaper. This has a printed version, and it has also a web page, and I think many people read it. Um, um, Me too. Sometimes, especially in the web, the website, because it's more difficult to buy the the printed version. So, in general, about the medias, I want to say that I like to read the websites, for example, of CNN. Here, listen to it more than reading, listen to the CNN, or sometimes the website of the Voice of America, that I find it very interesting, and the BBC sometimes too. And in general, I think that the websites of international websites are very interesting. There we can find there a lot of information. Um, I like. I also like to follow these sites in the, for example, in the Instagram. In the Instagram, it's possible to read, for example, news of all these websites that I already said, and others, as in my case, in the Corriere della Sera, that is a newspaper, Italian newspaper, for example. In general, in my case, I prefer the internet, because I think that internet we can find more more information, a lot of information, more than in the television or in the newspapers, in the printed newspapers. So I prefer internet in my case.
Well, let's listen to Juan Camilo. Juan Camilo, yeah.
Teacher,
Hi. Yeah, just call me Jazz. That doesn't matter. Okay, go ahead. Juan
But
Camilo.
I think that someone wants to make a question. I don't know. I hear someone.
Edison? Edison?
Yes. Hi, everybody. I think
Okay.
I want to complement the activity, and I think the social media are important because they help us to access immediately to the news, and but they are at the same time dangerous because are people that are not objectives. They have not independence. They can like no sé, I don't know how to say tergiversar.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Teacher, hello everybody. The idea the session is told about the presentation. What is the topic? Excuse me, teacher. In this moment, I received the call. I know pay attention the first part the presentation. What
Can
is?
you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Teacher.
Okay. Well, no, the idea is to talk about a topic, which is keep informed. We started the session talking about some communication channel we have in our country or in your cities, but this is the first part of the activity. We continue with other parts. So that's the first part, and you can add participation and talk about the presentation. So, well, Juan Camilo, Edison talked about he's not really agree with how journalists get information sometimes. What do you say, Juan Camilo?
Oh, I was thinking another question, but well, I can relate that answer with the intervention of Santiago actually, because he says that European news are more, I don't know, do more a wider investigation, get more information, more interviews, and maybe more partial. But I really think that you can compare that kind of media, like BBC versus Caracol radio. I think that is not a good comparison to do. For example, I share with you in the chat two links. The first one is NPR. NPR is the National Public Radio of the United States. It's not that new for us Spanish speakers, but it's a kind of independent one. And for example, in Medellin, I quickly think in newspaper, an independent newspaper called Periferia News. It's an independent newspaper with a critical view, and they do a lot of investigation and make a lot of publications once, one, two, and three times in the same topic, for example. So you can compare, for example, an NPR or a critical media, European media, with periferia prensa is in Spanish, periferia news, for example. So that's what I think. I want to say too that there is another media that I love called Al Jazeera that give you a wider look on the Middle East. It's quite cool. I really like Al Jazeera. I share the link the chat. Thank you, everyone. Remember your mic, Jess.
Yes, we cannot hear
Jess,
you.
we can hear you, Jess. Your mic.
Your microphone.
Okay, sorry. Well, in the chat tab, yeah. Well, some people have told us about, they think that sometimes the medium or the newspaper distort the information, the news. That's what you say about Edison. You say tergiversar, distort.
Okay.
That's it. Well, in the shop tab, I wrote a question. How do you get information about your relatives or family? Well, we use communication channel like TV news, newspaper, to know about other situation, news around the world, in the country. But how do you keep informed about your family or your relative or your friend? What resource do you use? For example, people now usually use WhatsApp, the same chat with their friend, with their friends or with relatives. What do you prefer?
Teacher, hello, teacher. Hello, everybody.
Okay, Tito.
Excuse me, the presentation first, the first presentation. My name is Tito Segura. I live in Sabaneta, Antioquia. For me, is they happy with share the time with you. I think it's very important the keep information, but in excess the communication or receive every parts, the different parts, the communication or news is affect the person. In this moment, I use the sensational news. They affect the persons in this moment. For example, the change, the status, the healthy and the person, the suffer, for example, the depression or anxiety, for the bad news. For example, in this moment, the coronavirus, in this moment is the affection, the person. In this moment, for example, I work in my home and it's not possible they move another place, and the bad news affect the healthy to me or healthy my family. It's necessary the hope, the positive mindset in the family, in the friends and the other types, the person. They use, for example, the other types, the media, the communication, for example, Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp, but it's necessary the filter information because the information is not real. they use the media de communication for send information. Es posible de engañar a otras personas, o sí, is necessary the filter the information, these medios. Thank you, teacher.
Well, you know, in the actually, I return to listen radio because when, yeah, the pandemic is a reality that we had now with the coronavirus. And when I watch television, well, the first 2 months of the pandemic, I watched television a lot, and there was a moment when I have, like you say, Tito, health, I say, no, health problems. And the doctor said, well, stop to watch television, try to change the way you get information about the pandemic. I'm a professor, I had to be informed because I talk with my students. So I decided, oh, when I was a girl, I'm not old like maybe you think, but I'm not as young maybe. And so I say, I like to listen radio. So I started to listen radio and it was relaxed for me. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I think that's a good communication channel. The journalists try to give the information with more detail, but in a way that we can talk. And I don't know why. I prefer it now because the television is good, but not. Maybe we watch television a lot and we think about that. The image is so difficult to control that in actually. That's it. So let's continue talking about that. I think in the chat I read a question about how do you get information? Why? Because we had some preference. You have a cell phone, you put the apps that you prefer. Say, okay, this app is good because my cousin or my best friend use it and we can be in contact. So what do you prefer? To have communication with your friend, relative? Okay, there are many people who want to take participation. Salomé Cardona. Hi, Salomé. And Beatriz, too.
Hi.
Okay, Beatriz. Okay, Salomé.
Sorry. Okay.
Okay, Salomé. After Beatriz. Okay, Salomé, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I was with the microphone disconnected. So I wanted to talk about what Tito said about to maintain a positive mindset. And for that, I found very useful to listen to podcast, because with podcast you can select what you want to listen. For example, for me, it's kind of difficult to find the right program in the radio because sometimes I just want to hear some music and I can't find it. So I used to listen podcasts. For example, in my case, I am an engineer, but I like to learn about business and marketing. So I can listen some CEOs or economists that have some interesting podcasts. And for communicating with my family, I used WhatsApp. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you, Salome. Beatriz. Beatriz?
Oui, yes, I understand. Thank you. Okay, hello.
Hello, Beatrice.
I'm so
Where are
sorry
you getting
because
connection?
my English is very, very bad. But
All right,
no,
don't pay
no.
attention to that because this room is for that, for practicing, learning,
Okay.
and be relaxed.
Okay, no, the purpose is to practice, is really, really. But I live in Montreal, yeah? So my language, the Spanish is French. So in French it's easy for me, but my English is very, very regular. So I like to speak about, to tell you about the question concerning the radio, because here there is interesting public radio too, that is Radio Canada. Is comparatively to PRI, United States. It's a radio very, very interesting. It's a public radio. It's a radio of a state, of a government. It's very, very open, very critical too, and is excellent for to learn the style of life of people in Quebec, but too in the rest of Canada, in the other province. In the west is British Columbia, and me, I am in the east, in the opposite. So to go to west, I will begin. When I go to travel to west, from the east, there are 6 hours of airplane. So the distance is very, very long. So it's the country is very, very different between east and west is very, very different. Radio Canada is interesting because the chain is over the country. So for to learn what is the condition, the style, the lifestyle of people in the west, in the middle, on the east, is very, very rich in information. Is plus there are the information of all countries, all continents. So it's very, very interesting. But it's difficult to compare Radio Canada in radio to, no, for example, Caracol in Colombia, because it's another continent. Caracol is a private radio, so it's the interest of Caracol is contain the people about news, sometimes very, very light, never in deep, in the do you understand, in deep? So it's very, very superficial. So it's the comparison. I am just with Camilo. I think that is not possible to compare the private media or national status media, public media. Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry.
Okay, Beatriz.
Oh.
No, but
oh.
You say, well, I'm not good with English. I say no. I say I'm bad with French. Okay. But I'm bad with French. I had to learn French. Yeah, you're good with the English. Yeah. You said, well, you had an opinion about private channels, public channels, or It's like independent channels of radio. Well, as you say, well, I like to listen Caracol, but I listen to Caracol some special programs, not to listen to about political or something like that. I like to listen. There is a private, well, program on Saturday and Sunday. Its name is Blue Jean. Is in blue. Blue is a blue is a radio. It's a radio that is Caracol too, but it's a radio. I listen to Blue Jeans on Saturday and Sunday to maybe be relaxed and that. And some days in the afternoon, there is another program in Blue. His name is was Populi. I listened to that to have fun, yeah. But as you said, sometimes the private channel has some interest, some specific interest that is not good for the information, yeah. And people, I've seen all people in this room are maybe had something in common. We are professional, and some of these people are studying. They study to improve their view about our country or the world and the way the journalists use the information. Yes. So let's okay. Some people say in the chat tab many things. Let's say Canada, Radio Canada is a cool channel. That's a sounds Beatriz because you talk about Radio Canada. Camille say I prefer Latina stereo. And Salome say very interesting. I am learning French. Say Salome. Salome, you can talk with Beatriz and practice French. This is an opportunity to get a friend. Yeah. If you're in this room, you can have connection and get a new friend to make a community and practice new language. And you maybe okay, talking English and Beatrice in French, and that's a good opportunity. Well, let's continue talking about how to you keep informed. What about the social network you usually use? Because we talk about a TV channel and radio. What about social network?
I use the social media sometimes because they transmit the news immediately. It's a way to access to the information in a to access to the information immediately, rapidly,
Fast.
fast.
Say,
Yeah.
yeah, it's very fast. What's your favorite? Who wants to talk about his or her favorite? Okay, Paola Patiño. Hi, Paola.
Hi, Jazz. Hi, everybody. I'm too scared to. Okay, okay. My
Okay.
I don't like the social media because it's too more information for me. It's like boom, 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 pictures, music. How is all the people in the world, and I can't. Handle it. I don't know. But I use Instagram because it's a little bit more artistic and people shows pictures and photographs, and I'm interested in that things. And I don't what can I say it? I don't took information about people I know. No, I follow a lot of strangers that only shows her pictures, its pictures, and I like it. And that's it.
Tito or Camilo has, Camilo, okay. Would you like to take participation now, Camilo? Juan Camilo, okay.
In line with the last intervention, I had remembered Flickr. Flickr was just for pictures and really cool pictures. So well, that's the first thing, but I really want to say something about I use all of them, Facebook, Instagram, all of them, but specifically since 1 year ago, I had begun to use ResearchGate. That is a kind of social media to academic networks. And it's really cool, really works because you get some paper presentation, just a note or something, and a lot of people around the world, well, a lot of people from the University of Antioquia and from Colombia, but from all over the world can and actually read the things that you upload down there. So it's really cool and gets a little change to this social media that quickly all the time gets information or throws you information. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that we can use it in order to change the things a little. For example, using it in academical networks, for example.
Okay, people use social network depending on what they like to watch, or maybe they like to be informed, or sometimes because they like to watch what the other publish, and because they want to have fun, or because you say, okay, I read what I'm gonna give an example. Twitter is a public social network that sometimes is really full of political situation, or some we say difficulties that we had between some political groups and presidential problems. And young people, they say, I don't like Twitter because it's full of political situation. And sometimes other people say, I don't like to watch Facebook because they don't think about Facebook. Like when I look in Facebook, I look for academical groups are specific in some topic, but people say Facebook, oh, that's only for fun to publish some picture or families. Yeah, people think about Facebook that, but Facebook is a good social network. I sometimes organize group with my students or with some friends. I like gardening, yeah. And I'm in some botanic group in Facebook, and I publish my plants pictures, yeah. But sometimes people say Facebook is not good because it's only picture about gossip or fake news. But what do you think about that? They say, come and say, I agree with Paola. When you think about information is equal, what do you say? Information, the word information. What is information for you?
Is useful for us.
It's useful for us. Do you have a favorite information channel or a social network that is your favorite? Who wants to say? Edison?
I usually follow in Facebook newspapers like El Espectador, eh, Canal Uno. They are some of the better newspaper or news channels in Colombia. I think it depends on you what you want to find in Facebook. If you only follow your family or close friends, and in this social media that we believe that are the best, you possibly can have a better experience.
Okay. Andrea wants to talk. Andrea, hi Andrea.
Yes. Um. Yes. Excuse me.
Where are you from, Andrea?
Medellin. I told a few moments, but I need something about the Facebook, and because I think that this is my better way for information for me, because I don't like see very much news in the television or in the internet, because I don't like things, because the must be very bad. Yes, but for me, the better groups or news is in Facebook, and this is my way that to be informed.
So there are two people who have say, I like Facebook. Let's continue. Who wants to talk? Well, now I'm going to organize small group, and you're going to talk about your favorite social networks. I need you decide, you both, between you, about what is we can say, the most common channel to have information about the things that happen around the world, or maybe in your country. You have to talk about them with pause in this room. Yeah. And now, until we have the small group activity, I want to talk with you about oral communication. Some people say that actually in modern life, people don't want to talk, have oral communication, long conversation with other, with neighbors, with friends. At noon, I watched a news where in which the journalist said that young people prefer to send stickers by WhatsApp, or depending on the social network they use, because they don't want to write or think a voice messages. What about oral communication? What do you think about oral communication? Yeah. Do you talk with your neighbor, or do you talk with your relative? How much do you call by phone and have a long conversation with your friend? What do you say? What do you want to say about that? Yeah, when I was younger, I called my friend and we talking to my mom, say, oh, just please stop, because it's very expensive to pay, yeah, the accounts bill that is, yeah, because it was, I like to talk with my friend by phone, but it was very expensive. Yeah, but now what happened? What about oral communication? What do you want to say?
Hello, teacher. Me?
Hi.
Excuse me, I take the. I think, teacher, the time I they change the for the communication. In this moment, they use, for example, in my case, use the WhatsApp for the send a voice message or a write message, and my friends or my family, and they call, but no is frequently. Is must the send the message, because every time, for in my case the homework is impossible, because every day the programming the meetings, and no time for the call. Is necessary the communication, the boss, because do you connect with the person, or is important the communication, for example, the using the Zoom or the meeting, for is the for the effective communication with the other person, because do you say what is the feeling in this moment. I in my case, I opportunity, for example, how are you? No, I'm feeling bad. Okay. Okay. I continue speaking, but no pay attention. What is the problem, the person? It's occur frequently, because the time occupation in other topics not is important. It's necessary the take time, the take time for the call, the listening, the shared time with the family or friends, because no the lost contact with the person important in the life. Thank you, teacher.
Beatriz, could you like to talk? Yeah, Camila say, I like it. What you, Tito. Camila say, I like what you say. Okay. Beatriz, could you like to talk or no? You had your hand. No?
No.
Okay.
But I can't to take the parole. I don't know what is the word.
Okay.
Because I think that the last intervention is very good, because signal a question very important concerning the formalism in the relationships, because sometimes people call the what is the name, formalism in the relationships. How are you? It's very fine, and you. But the answer is not interesting. It's only a pretext to approach to other, but the question, the relationships stay in a superficial level all time. It's not the true interesting concerning the other is not appear. You understand? It's very, very fictive, artificial. So I think that is very, very interesting to call veritable relationships, veritable interesting in the other, veritable listen, true listen. Do you understand? A true is concerning the thing the people say you. Donc, so it's very, it's all. Okay.
Okay, and well, as Beatriz said, well, it's not the same when somebody answer, okay, I'm good, or maybe write it, yeah. But you had oral communication, we continue with the conversation that we feel different. During the pandemic, some people say, oh, now that I can talk with somebody by phone or by by Meet or Zoom, it is different because I can watch a person, we can talk a large conversation or have a large meeting. That's different than when we send a message because we don't really know if the person feel like he or she right. Yeah, that's different. Okay, I had a question. Okay, Alexis wants to talk.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Yeah,
Alexis. Where are you from? Where are
I'm
you getting connected?
I'm from the Ciénaga Magdalena. Yeah, I want to give you my point of view about communication, oral communication. I think that oral communication is not the only important things. It's important thing, the body communication too. And that is the reason why in pandemics you feel that it's not enough to call by phone. You need to see the person face to face. For that reason, it exists tools like Zoom or Meeting, but it's not enough because there are another perception when you find the people in a place that respect you find the people in online. I feel in that way because generally you state in places around when the enormous quantity of people in that, but you don't notice that the people is it. You're not the only people that you see is the people that is in a screen, but it's not the same because you sense the others, you feel others, you feel temperatures, and it's important. When you don't notice that kind of things, seeing when the pandemic is going on. When the pandemic is going on is when you notice that there are other kind of things that you can catch of the people, and now it's a nostalgic thing for you, but you don't have in mind that kind of thing previously. Okay, that is my opinion.
Okay, Alexis, you had talked about the semiotic of a conversation. Yeah, because it's different. It's right now. You had a meeting with me. Yeah, I'm relaxed and you relaxed or you want to talk, but you don't know about my context. Yeah, you don't know about how well Caucasia is a place close to a river, Cauca River. So it's very hot. Yeah. Sometimes we are 35 degrees. Yes, it's very hot.
Imagine.
Well, and yeah, but it's a really, I like it. I prefer to be, as a fresh. Here we can use short pants, but there are another place, maybe where Beatriz or the other people who are in Andes or other place where it's cold, they had to use coat or yeah, maybe a scarf. And here I can only use my pants, my short pants, and to be fresh. Yeah. And I'm from Caribbean coast. I'm from a town, it's called Corozal, Sucre. So I prefer, yeah, hot temperature. But my husband is from Medellin. So he's accustomed to being in Caucasia. And Caucasia is hot. He said, well, let's use air conditioner to have a long conversation because it's very hot. Yeah. But that's important, the semiotic. Yeah, because we feel like the other person feel, or maybe the other is feeling stressful or sad. We notice, and using the screen or this board, we try to simulate that we are happy. Yeah. But if you're in the context of the real conversation, you say, well, here it happening something. Yeah, could be. Well, now I'm going to organize the small room activity, and we start in 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes to talk. Remember that there are some people who have advanced levels or basic level, it doesn't matter. Yeah, try to interact, have interaction, and share your knowledge about English. Okay, are you agree?
Teacher, can you repeat what is the theory?
Okay, you're gonna talk about your favorite communication channel, or you decide between in your group, what is the communication channel that you recommend to keep informed? Yeah. What is your opinion about information, and what are the preferences that your group have? Okay, to talk about that. And then
Okay.
you select a person in your group that give a report. The rest of the room is gonna give opinion about the expositor of each group. Okay.
Okay. And before that, may I say something part of this?
Okay.
Beatrice, bring me to Canada. I
Okay.
I I can't do to wash the dishes or to cook.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Sorry, I don't understand. What is the interpellation?
Okay.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay. He said that he would like to visit Canada. Yeah.
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 He would like to
Yeah.
visit Canada.
Yeah.
Norma, Marceli, Valentina, Yuleisi, Diana, are you in this group or would you like to pass to their group? You like that I move to other group? Are you there? They don't answer.
Sí. Papi, me estoy cambiando.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, so the activity is talk about our favorite social network, true or not? Well, in my case, I don't have favorite social network because I just use this for speak with my family or other people, or my principal the principal case that I use the social network is for work. I'm graphic designer, but when I can use WhatsApp, I use Facebook for speak with my with my customers. Um, for any more, I use the social network.
My favorite social network because us and I can communicate with the people closest to me. Hi, Valentina. Andrés, cuando sea grande quiero ser como you.
Como mí. Hello, Hader. Hader.
Hola,
Hay puras de
what happened?
comunicación.
What happened here?
Ay, no, qué pena. Ajá.
Norman, talk
Hola.
about you. Talk about you.
¿Cómo?
Talk about you. What is your favorite social network?
No, ya, chao.
Norma, ¿cuál es tu red social favorita?
¿Qué?
¿Cuál es tu red social favorita, amor? Pero se lo estoy cuestionando en español, amor.
Güey, es que no, se te está trabando. No sé si es mi internet o el tuyo, no se entiende.
Estoy trabajando.
En serio, el internet, no sé, se escucha así todo robo, todo raro. Bueno, repítame pues, a ver, que no lo entendí.
¿Cuál es tu red social favorita?
Instagram. I love you, Instagram. I love.
Yes, very well
Te
English.
preguntó Andrés. Very good.
Nice.
Ay, no, niños, no manden en inglés.
Tu inglés es perfect.
Yeah. You are very good speaking English.
Yes. Yes.
I know.
Hey there.
Hi.
Oye, hey. Hey there. Hi. How are you?
Why you don't speaking
Good,
with
good.
us?
Good.
Al favor y respondation. Please.
¿Quién, yo o...?
Tú no te saludé, pues. You.
Hello, Roger.
Hello. Me salí de la otra reunión.
I think that I saw you in other side.
I think this is very, ¿cómo se dice? Difícil for me.
Difficult.
I don't understand English. So, me da como pena cuando me preguntan y no sé.
No te dé pena. Así es, uno tiene que empezar aprendiendo por algo. No tienes que saber inglés desde un principio.
Sí, igual ellos estaban hablando como los medios de comunicación que más usan como para enterarse de las cosas del mundo, algo así. Y eran
Pero
hablando como de
viste que
las
algunos
noticias.
entiendes.
Sí, algunas cosas. Y ahí me preguntaron como que Roger, como que quién eres y eso. Y yo le dije como que, pues yo soy un estudiante. Bueno, obviamente lo dije en inglés y solamente le dije eso. Le dije que yo no sabía hablar casi inglés y que entendía un poquito en inglés.
Oh my God, Roger. Eres un crack.
Ojalá. Y yo me salí porque eran hablando como unos temas ahí que yo como que,
No entendías nada.
la verdad no.
Quedabas como ellos, gringos.
No, pues yo me uní a una sala y llegó Heider y luego llegó otra chica y yo, hola, hello, hola, hello, hola, hello. Y
No, yo
suerte
me
y me
salí
salí.
de esa. Yo me salí
Ojalá
de esa
tuvieras
primero,
entendido.
antes que tú.
Que
Si hubieras
Andrés y no
estado,
hablaban inglés tampoco.
Andrés, si hubieras estado en mi grupo, hubieras hablado bastante. Ellos todavía están hablando un poco de cosas allá, solo que no sabía cómo, yo creo que no me podía enviar invitación.
Hello, Mafe. What about you?
How are you, teacher?
Hi, I was in the other group. And what about you?
We are speaking about that some people don't speak English and it's very hard to dare to listen in other groups because in some groups there are people that speak very good English.
Okay, but this is an strategy. Maybe you say in here you have to be open mind and to say, well, I don't have a good level of English. Could be. I want to listen to you and have a shared participation. I want to learn vocabulary uh, of other participants. That's something that you can do here. And use English as much as you can. That's the idea. Because listening is the first skill that helps you to learn English. Okay? This moment, you have to be relaxed and use about the topic, use English as much as you can. I really know that you know vocabulary about information because in our daily life we talk about information. Okay, send messages by WhatsApp. Okay, and let's call to somebody. Okay. Mm, what about your Facebook? What do you post? What did you post? Or that's it. So talk about your favorite social network and what is the communication channel do you suggest to the rest of the room? Be relaxed. You don't have to talk a lot. Only what you can do it in this moment is good. Okay, but try it. Try it because this is a strategy for practicing.
That
Hey.
is true. Because I think that if I want to learn speak English or upgrade my level in English, I gotta list some people that speak better than me. So uh, and practice with that people. For example, this space that we meet to speak about some questions or activities, in this case about our favorite social network. But not is my case, but there are people that can't listen. So it's too hard to learn today when they can listen to the people that is speaking about their favorite social network, for example.
Okay, so do you prefer the big room, not small group? That's what you suggest.
Yes and not. Because I prefer speak English with a lot of people because they can speak with me and I don't know how to say aportar.
Oh, okay. Give, you can say give,
All right.
share.
Give their opinion about the theme objective, but there are other people that they can participate because they don't listen well or they don't understand that is speaking right now and it's too hard for they.
Okay. Sometimes people join into the conversation room because they want to listen to, yeah. In that case, uh, we can say, oh, okay, professor, could you please move to me to other group where they have an advanced level because I want to practice with them. It doesn't matter. You can express that. Okay.
I didn't know it.
Okay. Well, you had reason. Maybe at the beginning of the conversation, we had to do that to say, well, you want to practice with people who have advanced level, just tell us. It's not a problem. If you want to, okay, when I say, well, we're gonna have a small group activity, you say, well, I want to be with people who talk a lot or have advanced level. It is not a problem, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, how was the activity? Let's continue. Okay, okay, I know that it's late and we took, well, so much time, but I'm gonna give you a participation because we had to finish until 5:35. It was the time. Yeah. How about let's try to use time as better as we can. Who wants to take participation?
Hi, teacher.
Hi.
Me. Me and speak about in the group what is the possible the media the communication in this moment is the very or the important the social networking is the use the is the better platform to use the internet for communication is possible the exchange the information. Do you use, for example, Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram, other platforms is possible to use in this moment is the easy is the in this moment is the net is the era the internet connection the networking is possible the speak the other person in the other place is using connection with friends families or you share communicate the image photos or text message is in this case is the social media take advance at disadvantage. For example, the advance is instant new and information. It changed the ideas and collaboration. It's possible the stay in touch. It's possible they start, for example, the meeting and they share the video camera. And this vintage, the social medias, for example, addition in the person, the owners, for example, the mental illness, the person, the frauds, is possible in internet, the news, no the no, negative news or no filter information the public the networking is possible the hacking cyberbullying and other risks in the networking. The other media is possible to use is the radio is because the opportunity the listening and in the advance is possible to you listening and information. The news is possible to you use in the mob with the translation in the place. Do you start the emisora and listening in this moment news or music is the idea of the group, teacher.
So You talk about something we haven't talked, the security. What about fake news and what we had to give us some tip we had to take into account about the information that we read or listen in social network, because sometimes it's not true information, it's fake news, or sometimes we had a problem because there are many hackers that take your information and it's in a bad form. So it's a good point to take into account. Okay, Beatriz say goodbye. Okay, what time is there? What time is there where you live right now? What time is it there in Montreal?
Now is 1 hour in advance.
Okay, okay.
So it's the time of it.
Yeah, it's time of it. Okay, okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye
thanks to
bye.
you for
Okay.
being here.
Bye.
Okay.
At the
I hope
next
you
time.
like it.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
I hope you like it.
Thank you.
Okay,
Me
bye.
too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, you say cybercrime, but that's it. Okay. Well, who wants to take participation now? Okay, you had some
Me.
opinion about the others' information, write in the chat.
Me, teacher. I want to
Edison?
participate.
Okay, Edison.
In our group, we discussed that generally all of us like to research in independent channels or newspapers. Is the central idea.
Okay.
Yeah, and I agree with the last mate that said that the fake news are the principal risk that we can find in the social media. Because of that, we prefer to choose that uh, news or channels that are independent.
Okay. Well, say that you prefer newspaper, and you suggest that people read independence newspaper, not private.
Not just newspaper, because for example, Beatrice like to listen radio, but it's an independent media or channel, radio station, in the independent radio station.
Okay. Okay, you read, some people are right. Oh no. Who wants to continue?
Me, teacher.
Okay, Monica, what do you say?
Thank you. We were talking about our preferences regarding to media in general, and we all agreed with regarding to social network. We prefer Instagram because we think that Facebook it's just it's more for to gossip. I don't know, and it's more likely to find there fake news. But in Instagram, if you know how to follow the correct I don't know channels, and you can read interesting news, international news, and you can get real information. So we all prefer this social network. And regarding to the news, to newspaper news, we prefer to read the newspapers when it's really, I don't know, when it's mandatory. Because sometimes newspaper have a lot of information of violence, or for example this information that is always the same about the coronavirus, etc., that is not good for our mental health. So we prefer to read these newspapers just if it's really necessary. For example, in my case, I can say that the last Sunday were the elections in my country. So in this case, it's very important that I got information from the newspapers about the service and about the results, because apparently we are going to a second election. Yes, because there is no candidate with a percentage that is highest than the others. So in this case, for example, it's very important to be informed from the newspapers. So another thing is like we don't like yellow press. I think that this kind of press doesn't like anyone. Anyone likes this kind of press. About some newspapers that we prefer. In my case, in my country, the Comercio is very popular and it's more serious than others newspapers. In the case of my colleagues, they prefer El Tiempo or a magazine that is called Semana, and El Espectador also. Yes, we were talking about that. Thank you.
Okay, it was a very interesting conversation. You talk a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
We were having fun too.
Okay, that's the idea of this activity. Enjoy English and use English as much as you can. Okay, so the time is over and we talk a lot. We have, well, I see you use the time, you talk, you practice, and you learn a lot in this space. Teacher Javier, would you like to tell us something?
Of course. Again, I was very busy, but I heard that there were many good comments, even on TV, that you have a very good time. And I just wrote in the chat again the evaluation link for them, for these 27 people now evaluating you and your great performance. And I'm pretty sure that you did awesome. And of course, this is an invitation not only for Yasmira to continue holding events like this, but for you, for your time and disposition and willingness to learn English that, well, actually is not easy, but it's like a continuous commitment and effort. So have everyone a great afternoon, but please do not forget to access the link and evaluate the event today. Thank you very, very much.
And it was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
for me to
Thank you very
be
much.
in this room. And I think it was a good topic. Many people took participation, and it was really great for me. Yeah, you know that I'm in Bajo Cauca, and the University of Antioquia is in our region, and I want to say goodbye. Thank you for being in this space. And oh well, I have other conversation room. John, that's it.
Yeah, you have well, we have two pair person in the semester. Yours next, I guess, is like June the 8th. Somebody told me today. And it's gonna be, you are very invited with. I'm silencing a person, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, yours is next June the 8th. So everybody's gonna be welcome. I will be sending the information.
Okay.
Please not leave without evaluating. Thank you very and very much. And of course, applauses for you and the teacher.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And you can, if you want to turn your camera and we can take a picture. Yeah, you want to turn your camera.
Are you sure they have taken the bathroom so soon? You haven't taken a shower almost.
Yeah, no.
Hello. Oh, it's nice to see Monica, Edisson, hello.
Hello.
As always,
and the rest, no comments.
Yeah.
No, some people are actually shy of sharing screen or camera, but the most important thing is that we know they are there and they are participating. Oh, Maria Fernanda,
Maria.
hi.
Hi.
Maria is okay. Is one of our students in English at the university. Bye
Very
bye.
Se volvió ese grupo, ese
Yes,
gremio.
hi.
Hi.
Oh my God, we have Andres. Andres, where are you? Where are
Se volvió
you?
ese gremio, pobre huevón.
Roger is in Urabá. Yeah, they are in Urabá. Yeah, Urabá is very.
We can see because of the heat.
Yeah, because the weather there is hot.
Además que para ir derecho, o sea, para Bogotá no había, no hasta por aquí.
Oh my
And Nora is in Bogotá.
Nora is crazy.
Yeah.
We have Freinet. That's your name?
Hi. Okay.
Hello, buddy. We have Andres Rodriguez, and we have many black cameras. Anyway.
Yes, too many black cameras.
Everybody, have a very good night, and thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you very much, teacher.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you to you.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye. See you next class.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, teacher.
Professor Yasmira, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks to you because you support me. Yeah.
It's okay. Anytime. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Goodbye. Thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye.